guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. We got a lot of nice movie news to talk about here today, so let's just dive into it. Some of the stuff we're going to be talking about here today is we have updates on more of the Batman spin-offs. We're going to be talking about Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, because the director finally confirms a crossover with Spider-Man. Not only that, some of the early spoiler-free reactions to the movie, since people have actually already seen the film. The Chucky TV series releases a little behind-the-scene video and causes some controversy. The Pinhead reboot, and who could forget, because I'm being messaged endlessly on this discussing about this person who claims they're the ones who faked the Andrew Garfield video. Not along with so much more, so many of you guys give me your opinions with everything we discuss here today, as well as don't be forgetting to hit that like button, subscribe if you want more great movie content headed your way. Alright, so the first thing I want to dive into here today was announced a few days back, and Deadline came out and reported that the Batman, starring Robert Pattinson, is set to have more spin-off series, and this one will be centered on the Penguin for HBO Max. This kind of came out of nowhere, but we know that HBO Max and Warner Brothers are working hard to do all these spin-off shows very much like what Marvel and Disney are doing with their MCU shows. It's crazy how Marvel can just set a trend and then all these other places will start doing it, because we know DC is working on the Peacemaker series that is almost set to come out, and we had already heard of another Batman spin-off series that they were making called Gotham Central that would focus on the first year Batman showed up in Gotham, but all through the perspective of the police. Unfortunately, not much else is known about this other than the fact that Matt Reeves will be one of the producers involved with this, which really, this should finally put to rest a bunch of those rumors we hear every other week that Warner Brothers hates the Batman. Matt Reeves is always fighting with Robert Pattinson, because if all that was true, they would not be handing this man hundreds of different Batman spin-off shows, because he's also involved with the Gotham Central one. They must really love this Batman world if they want to expand it out and create a cinematic universe with it. As far as Collin Farrell the Penguin getting this show, it's not the first person I would think of, but I mean, I can't deny how, like, when we all first saw the trailer, people didn't even recognize Collin Farrell because the Penguin makeup was that good. So these spin-off shows could work in our favor of them being able to tell their origin in this version of Batman, how they came up, how they rose to power. That way we don't have to spend all that much time doing that in the live-action movie. And man, if this goes good, just imagine all the future of the Batman villains getting their own series, a Riddler series, a Joker series, probably the one I would most want to see, a Mr. Freeze miniseries where we get his origin very similar to what happened in the animated series. I'm down for this, hope it turns out good, but I'm into your guys' opinions. Are you excited for the Penguin and the Batman to get more spin-off shows? Next up here, we got a couple of details teasing the new upcoming Hellraiser reboot that is set to be coming out next year. Now, just to completely catch it up, if you're a Hellraiser fan, you are going to be living good because you have so much stuff coming your way. Not only are they working on a movie reboot of this, we're also set to get an HBO show of it. Not an HBO Max show, like an HBO show. And David Gordon Green, the director of Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, is the one who's going to be directing the first pilot of that. But here, talking about the movie version, we had Collider do an interview with David S. Goyer and teased a few details about the movie. He went ahead and said, "I will say that we went back to the original novella for the source material. We're really honoring Clive's work," Goyer tells the site. He continues on, "I can say that David Berkner is a genius. It's filming right now. The footage is terrifying and amazing, and the Cenobites are jaw-dropping." And of course, the producer would have nothing but nice things to say, but the fact that he specifically mentions the Cenobites in this new movie are jaw-dropping, ooh, gets me excited because I got my little Cenobite pup here. And I think those are one of the coolest parts of a Hellraiser movie, is just those little creepy side dudes that always have the craziest unique design. Like, let's not forget the guy who freaking has CDs in his head. Like, that's terrifying. So I'm curious if a lot of those guys are going to be rehashes from what we've seen in the past, or are they creating brand new Cenobites for this movie? Also, I just hope I can get into this one, because while I enjoyed the first two Hellraiser movies, every Hellraiser movie after that was really hard to get into for me. So I'm just hoping this one's watchable, entertaining, and new audiences can experience Hellraiser. What do you guys think about this? Since we're on the horror train, let's go ahead and talk about my boy Chucky with me, Chucky Boy. We had here a new little behind-the-scenes featurette released online that gives us some nice new footage of the TV series that is still set to come out October 12th. I could not be more excited for this thing. I know I recently started my Halloween review series where I'm going through all the Halloween movies in honor of the release of Halloween Kills, but now, since the TV series coming up, I gotta finally finish all those Chucky movies, and I will be completing my list that I started way back when the reboot was coming out, where I'll talk about Cult and Curse of Chucky. Got a lot of people asking me about this, so I just wanted to throw that in there, but specifically with this behind-the-scenes featurette, it, not only is it cool to see some new footage of this show, but I really like the things creator Don Mancini is saying here about some of the ideas he had thrown in here. But one specific thing that is catching a lot of people's attention that are getting mad for no reason is he does embrace the fact that this series will have gay romance that he thinks is a nice little love story between two boys.
We explore a very sweet teen gay romance that I think people might be surprised at the depth of it, and I think it has a whiff of real life pain.
And because of this, it's just gotten so many people to call it woke, like it has an agenda. Always hate those comments put onto anything that is made today. Because really, those comments never make sense to me. They have an agenda. What's the agenda? To gay people exist and they have real life problems like us falling in love, going to school and getting bullied? What exactly are they pushing on you other than the fact that they're just trying to tell human stories? And the fact that the creator of the series is gay himself, he says he's taking inspiration from his own childhood. And I don't know about you, but when a writer or creator is putting in past experience into a work, it usually comes out good because they're creating something they have personal experience with. But I know it's one of those things that no matter what I say, people have made up their minds on this and will just hate it nonetheless. This behind the scene featurette still really pumped me up. Just the teases how old fans are really going to appreciate it because they're going to dive into some of the lore that's been happening in the movies. And I'm really curious to see how that'll tie into the stuff that he's promising that new audiences will be able to enjoy in the show, even if they haven't seen the past movies. But I want to hear from you guys. Are you looking forward to the Chucky TV series? What did you think of this behind the scene little featurette? I'll have it linked in the description to the Sci-Fi channel, and if you go there, just leave a comment that Chucky Boy sent you. Alright, before talking about that Andrew Garfield video and whether it's fake or not, let's dive into some of the stuff going on with Venom Let There Be Carnage. So believe it or not, yesterday, lucky fans in the UK got to see Venom Let There Be Carnage during a fan screening. This is a pretty good sign that a studio has faith in a film to let fans see it a month early. These aren't even critics, these are fans. Talk about maybe why that was a mistake though, but we do have some early reactions. So let me read to y'all what some people are saying about Venom Let There Be Carnage. We have here friend of the show, Ren, who does have his own YouTube channel, is a guy I do trust in. He says, the biggest strength of Let There Be Carnage is its frantic pacing and exhilarating action, matching the kinetic energy Tom Hardy has with himself. Woody Harrelson is relishing as Cletus and Carnage and is perfect for the role. Oh my god, stay for the credits. We have here from Neil Vague saying, Venom Let There Be Carnage is a frenzied mix of buddy movie, romance, and horror. It wastes no time getting down to business and not relent. Hardy is on fire and Harrelson is Carnage. Do not miss the credits. From there, you kind of get an idea. There was not really any I could find that had something negative to say about Venom Let There Be Carnage. And all these reactions have sort of similar points made to them, that it is fun, it's exhilarating, the action is great. Woody Harrelson, played by Carnage, is, oh my god, fantastic. But really, it's them end credits you need to stay for. And look, I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you guys. You need to be careful when you're browsing the internet from now until the movie's released, because since this was a fan screening and not a critic screening, some fans don't understand keeping their mouth shut and not spoiling things on the internet. So there's already a lot of details about Venom that got leaked out that exact same night when the fan screening happened, even that post-credit scene, that like a little bit of it got spoiled for me because I was scrolling through Twitter and had no idea about it. I'm not gonna talk about it, I don't want to ruin it, but man, those credits might change the Venom world for a long time. Speaking about other things unrelated that might change the Venom world, we have here Andy Serkis go ahead and just point blank admit, yeah, Spider-Man and Venom are gonna meet up. When asked about it, he says, look, that's the question on everyone's lips. They want to know if Venom is gonna meet Spider-Man, but personally, it's never gonna happen. I'm only joking. Of course it's going to happen, but I think there's so much. Look, it depends when you want to get there and also what the appetite is. If people want more Venom stories, then to jump straight to Spider-Man, you could be missing out on so many great supervillain characters in between now and then. So in a way, by rushing to it, you might be closing the door. I love at this point, Andy Serkis is just not denying anymore, and it's like, look, it is gonna happen, okay? Sony was about to take Spider-Man out of the MCU. Where do you think he was gonna go? And you know what? That excites me because I've just been dying to see Venom with Spider-Man and then fight alongside. I know people get confused because it's like, wait, isn't Venom like a good guy in his movies? I wouldn't really say he is. I think a lot of the times Venom is just the lesser evil in his movies who is ready to be swayed one way or another and could easily become an adversary for Spider-Man. How are you guys feeling on these comments and some of the reactions to Venom 2? And okay, just talking about it real quick, you might have seen already that there is somebody going ahead and claiming they're the ones who faked the Andrew Garfield video and posted it on YouTube, talking about how they troll the internet. And you know what? When I first saw this pop up, I was actually relieved. I was like, Alright, so Andrew wasn't lying. This is Photoshop. Let me take a look at this video. That way I can bring it up to you guys and let you know we were duped. But when you watch the actual video, this guy, unfortunately, is lying. He did nothing but reverse engineer the original video that is already out there by cutting it up and moving it around in editing software. You can tell that by the way he used the puppet tool on the body from the video, because if he did steal this photo from somewhere online and photoshopped it into a video, where is that exact photo of Spider-Man in that position? Because any other position than the one he's in the video looks odd. And some people think that's me being desperate or wanting not to be proven wrong. Guys, I've been proven wrong several times before, and I'm always willing to admit it. Like when it came to the leaked Andrew video, I first thought it was fake until more information started coming out. So if you see this video being passed around of someone claiming they're the ones who created it, you can let them know that they're lying about that and they're not actually the creators of the video. It's just kind of getting exhausting with all the Spider-Man talk. But I'm into your guys' opinions on this. Is this secretly Sony just marketing the movie to us geeks by having us go through all this stuff? But that is all movie news we currently have going on right now, guys. I want to thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. Don't forget to be leaving all your opinions down below and going to my YouTube channel to see all the other movie videos I have for you. I appreciate your faces. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.